okay. I mean, the most memorable thing may have happened this year when we had the guy get on the accident live on the air and then call back later in the show from the hospital and tell us that he was actually okay and that his friend was the one driving. There was David Perry who fell asleep on the air and was snoring, and we kept going back to him, and he was still snoring. And then we would do the show for 10, 15 minutes. We would, all right, David Perry, and it sounded like he was faking it. He was not. And then, like the 7th or 8th time that we went to him, he was awake. And so it was amazing. And I thought maybe he was faking with us. But once we started talking, I realized it was very real. We had a guy sleeping on the air. So, but the most memorable things were those things that went outside of the football game. The nights that we would get into conversations about 6-on-6 basketball, or the worst concerts we'd been to, or those. And there had to be a certain formula for those. It had to be an away game where the Hawkeyes blew away the game. Because you don't have that captive audience on I-80, and people have started to tune out the game before it's even over. So you don't have that huge audience really passionate like you do after a loss or a close game or a home game. So those games, those down-offs were the ones that I'll remember the most. Because other than that, they kind of blend together. I mean, they're all fire the coach, change the quarterback, fire the offensive coordinator, fire the athletic director. Am I missing?
No.
Play the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
You say that?
Run the ball more, throw the ball more, play
Yeah.
the backup quarterback.
Yeah. Do everything more.
There's about 9 notes that you hit on the keyboard when you're at the sound. So that the off the wall stuff is the stuff I remember way more.
Yeah. Yeah, we're here to have you exclusively for your 6-on-6 basketball opinions.
Exactly right. Well, I don't
actually
have
hard
much
for
for
you.
many, but those were fun conversations still, because when you've got that big of a microphone and that big of an audience, you can say things like, I don't remember 6-on-6 basketball, but I would love to hear some of your memory, and you will get amazing phone calls. And that was what happened with that. It was just Travis happened to mention it. He had seen a documentary, I think, or something, and that spiraled a conversation where dozens of calls came in, and we heard about amazing players like Fonda Dix, and real name. It was like an amazing 6-on-6 basketball player.
Yeah. There's also a woman by the name of Lane Corver, who's the mother of Kyle.
Yes.
She scored 73 points in a 6-on-6 basketball game.
There's so many of these stories that are out there. Yeah. So that's the most fun. Those are the things I'll remember.
Yeah. I'm a Pella grad, so that's why I got to bring up the Pella grads.